It's May of 1948 in the mountains of western North Carolina, and due to damages caused by a storm earlier in the year, Southern Railway has decided to abandon its Murphy branch between Asheville and Murphy. A group of local businessmen from Bryson, however, do not intend on letting this happen, and have founded the Appalachian and Western Railway Company in hopes of not only restoring a connection to the outside world, but helping communities along the line prosper. Armed with 260 Mogul number 11, $5,000, and 3 surviving contracts, the AWRY and its owners intend to give it their best shot. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the new sort of cinematic intro. This is a new series, as I said in the introduction, and I really hope that it will continue going. I know that this would make the 3rd series that I abandoned if I did. The Tennessee and Nantahala, I got burnt out on it, and I was gone for half the summer. Or for the entirety of the summer, for half the year. And there's actually a reason why I'm so excited to be back in Railroader, and it doesn't just have to do with this single locomotive. Excuse me. What it mostly has to do with is this ginormous amount of stuff here. So if we see, we've got this little guy, which you've probably never seen before. If we go down here, we've got a heavy industrial switcher, a light mogul, which is this guy, light consolidation. All these things are the Luna Locomotive Works standard catalog. These locomotives are pretty much standardized. A lot of them using the same parts from locomotive to locomotive. These are by Luna or Marquette Creations. And this playthrough, we're only going to be using locomotives from this mod, and even farther, only from Crazy Grandpa Sam's Used Equipment Emporium. So, these, we need to repair them, we need to overhaul them, and like for these, we could buy 2 locomotives today, but there is always the possibility we may not get any locomotives we can purchase. Now, obviously, we have $5,000, and I'm also running, I think Lego Man's the one that did it, his Better Loan mod, which is on Nexus. I will link this one, the mod that adds the locomotives, in the description below, but I'm not going to put out a full mod list. Mainly because the mods that I'm using for this yard, for a lot of the modded industries that I've got in this mod pack, the mods are no longer available. Chiefly among those, Strange Customs and one of Zamu's, or whatever his name was, chiefly his mods. Why, you may ask? Because he lives in Europe and was unhappy about American politics. I'm not getting into that. I'm not going into politics on the channel, but that was the reason behind him, to start with, cutting off access for American players that were using his mods, and then just completely deleting them after a pretty good bit of backlash. It's his mods. He could do whatever he wanted to with them. I think that was just sort of a little immature, and we're going to leave it there. So, no mod list for this playthrough. No mod list for this playthrough. Nothing like that. Just for that simple reason. Now, to start with, it's going to take me, oh my goodness, it's going to take me a little bit of getting back into the game. I haven't I really have not touched Railroader since about August, when you have a lot of hours in the game, as many as I do. Some people can deal with it. Some people don't get burnt out. Like the Western North Carolina Railroad guys, love watching their streams, but I did. So as a result, I got burnt out, didn't really want to play anymore. Now, actually, what am I doing? I don't want it to go right there. I want it to connect to the caboose. Another arbitrary rule for this playthrough, and I meant to actually download a better caboose mod because of this, and I didn't. But anyway, one of the arbitrary rules for this is that we have to run cabooses, or caboose, whatever you want to call them, on any mainline train. Any mainline train. I don't run passenger service, and that's not changing in this playthrough. And as a result, we don't have to worry about passenger trains. But any mainline train will be required to carry a caboose. It's going to add a little bit of complication to some switching maneuvers, but really not all that much, I don't think. We hope. And so, anyway, let's get the sawmill cars shunted back, just, I guess, in this yard track, probably. We will come back up and do these at the end of the day. We're going to get our train built, and then we actually need to go run log cars. And speaking of that, I don't really want to buy a new locomotive off the bat. And I actually, oh man, I'm not going to. I really don't want any of these locomotives. That's bigger than I am willing to want. Anyway, holy cow. That one's condition is at 2%. This is at 4%. 7%. Holy cow. Yeah, so we're actually legitimately going to have to repair almost anything we buy. Which, oops. You're also going to have, I'm asking a lot of you guys here today, but you're also going to have to excuse me as far as the audio goes. I'm going to check it after I get done recording this first clip for the video. But I had all my OBS stuff, without realizing it, all set in the same source scene collection, whatever, profile, whatever it's called. And so I had this all adjusted out for Minecraft, for TFG. And that's something that I will discuss later in the video as well. But as we're doing this switching, I have some thoughts that I'm gonna get out right now on the state of Railroader itself. I feel like I kind of want to get this off my chest. The current state of updates in Railroader, I feel like, might be a little strained. We've been waiting on the maintenance of way update for months and months and months. And for me, that wouldn't be as big of a problem if it wasn't for one thing. And that one single thing is we've had no updates. We've had one update since, well, 2 updates since then, quote unquote. But really and truly, only one update that actually has any effect on gameplay. And that one singular update was a revamp of the tutorial. And for new players, that's really great. See, we got all this. Yes, close the tutorial. Which is great for new players. And I haven't run through the new tutorial yet. I don't need it, so I haven't run through it, obviously. But that was even quite a while ago. And I understand that their maintenance of way update is going to be absolutely not quite a full overhaul of the game mechanics, but it will be an entirely new set of game mechanics. And as a result, it's going to take some time for them to push the update. I fully understand that. But it would be nice to see something pop up. Hopefully by the end of the year. Whether that be the maintenance of way update, or even just a couple of new locomotives dropping from the devs. Here in the past few months, I feel like a majority of the improvements to the game have been from modders, people like Marquette Creations that have spent 3 months. And if you want to hear Marquette Creations talk about that, go check out WNCRR on YouTube. Luna, or Marquette Creations, spends a lot of time playing with those guys, and they do a majority of the testing on his mods and many other mod creators' mods. And some of those mods probably will stay private. There's a lot of stuff that they do for their live stream series, whatever, that they've pretty much said will stay private. But a lot of it won't. So, if you want to see some really cool stuff that might be coming in the future to the Nexus, or, to some form of where you can pick the mod up, then go check it out. I think it's pretty cool. Also, they're great guys. They seem like genuinely great guys. Anyhow, but yeah, so I feel like that's sort of the state of Railroader for me. And I'm certainly not sitting here going, oh, well, this is another early access game that's just going to get abandoned. Yeah, I don't believe that for a second. Hello? What in the crap? Alright. Okay, what? Okay, I don't know what's causing that, but, you're watching it. I'm gonna go... Oh, wait a minute. No. Mode sandbox. And, whoa! No, do not move that. No! Why is it doing that? No. Select this. And we'll move this, I guess. Okay, move that there. Alright, now... Oh, shoot. Now, let's go back into company mode. Can I... Can I now back up? Alright. See if it does it again. Because this is modded track, I think. I don't think this one is modded track. I think this one is in the base game. Okay. Let's see if it does it again. I really hope it doesn't do that again. I mean, I am using outdated mods. So it could be causing issues. If it is, it is. Whoa, max speed of 35, no. Okay. Okay, it's very interesting. Anyway, let's go down here, excuse me, and get hooked up. Get hooked up to the log cars real quick. I need to set these as well. Equipment, operations, unload at the sawmill, load at Connolly Creek, L1, and then we'll be able to start getting to work. And I will, excuse me, sorry, I will see you guys once I have done all of that. Got the log cars up there, and got the train back down here to grab the mainline Eagle Run. So, see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I've run the logs up the mountain, or I mean, I've run the log cars up the mountain. I've returned back to the interchange, grabbed our consist, and I've made it up here, down here, even to Whittier. So let's get... Wait, that's not... Oh, crap. Really? Let me have manual control. Boom. Alright. Okay, stop. I hate the way it does that sometimes. Alright, now, now we have selected the right cars to pull out, and we're going to throw them in here. So, I was kind of looking through all of the locomotives and everything. It would kind of... Excuse me about it. Sorry. It wouldn't be too bad to get one of these two guys fairly quickly. Now again, well, where's it at? I would like to get one of these at some point. Don't really need it now, though. We really don't need that now. And really and truly, in fact, like this medium mogul, or even this guy, the light consolidation, maybe with a bigger tender on it. Maybe not 15 tons of coal bigger, but maybe the 9 tons of coal bigger. Like, that would be awesome, but it's, the luck of the draw. So, using this used equipment market, which I can't remember how often that cycles, and I don't think it says here. Use locomotive market. No, it doesn't. So it only says on the mod page. Alright, that's far enough. You can go ahead and stop right there. So that'll be our first money that we've made here on the AWRY. So let's get back down here and get this train going. Now, I would like to, actually, now that I'm thinking of it, alright, the milestones, oh, it's 750? Oh, I thought it was more than that. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and buy that. Now, the thing that, the thing I've just thought about is, if we don't get a good locomotive tomorrow, number 11 is going to be struggling. We also probably need to buy up some more repair parts. Now, when I say that we can only use this, that is only true for cabooses, or caboose, and locomotives. Whether it's steam, which we're not going to be using diesels, but like freight cars and things. Freight cars we can buy here. Just because that way we don't have to wait for them to come up on the used market. So, like, say I need bulkheads for pulpwood. I don't have to wait, possibly 6 or 7 in-game days for that many pulpwood cars to show up on the used market just to be able to get them. Because that, that would not be enjoyable. That would just really irritate me. Especially considering, these are my arbitrary rules. How exactly am I going to want to do this? I don't think I have the ELA cut in. Oh, I do have the ELA cut in down here. Okay, well, simple. Simple. Easy cheese, right? We'll just jump down here. How far do I need to probably pull this up? I have no idea. I'm just gonna throw down a waypoint. We're just throwing down a waypoint. Excuse me, sorry. And hoping that that it's close enough. But I'll see you guys down there. I will see you guys down there. Well, we're in ELA now, and that's actually far enough, I think. Let's see if it is, or if yeah, oh yeah, it's plenty far enough. It's plenty far enough, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and get number 11 to right here. And we'll go from there. Sort of changed a little bit. I didn't even think of this, but I added our reporting mark under the cab number and at the back of the tender, which I think is just kind of fun. Kind of fun and cool. Again, also, hopefully we will be able to get something that I want here on the used market tomorrow. Also, customize base color. Oh no, I've done it now, haven't I? Yeah, there we go. I want a darker caboose. Like, it's way too, that's way too bright a red for me. Yeah, I like that much more. I like that much more. Excuse me. So, yeah, like I said, I'd really like to get, you know, really this wouldn't be bad either. Like this wouldn't be a bad one to get either. Either one of these would be really fun. That's a lot more tractive effort as well. So that probably wouldn't be a horrible thing to get. But again, just like with these locomotives that are up here right now, their condition, that thing's at 1%, but it's got a 100% repair cap. It is also an Atlantic. These things are all pretty rough. Now, for me, as long as there's a repair cap above, like, 35%, I'll buy the locomotive. I'm not that worried about, you know, about it. Because, again, you know, at the end of the day, the only thing I hate about Strange Customs being back in my mod pack is I have to do that manually. I think that's Strange Customs that does that. Anyway, either way, what was I saying? I've forgotten what I was trying to say. Oh man, that's rough. Anyway, you know, we finally got the Ela Farm Supply building, which is awesome. I absolutely love that fact. You know, I don't think this is what I was saying, but, you know, I've just had this thought. So, with the Tuckasegee and Nantahala, I made what I consider the express mistake of opening the railroad all the way to Silva. Why do I call that a mistake? Well, if we look at it, between Whittier and Dillsboro, right, you get the Wellbutt House track. Excuse me. Sorry. And you get this modded industry at Thomas Valley. That's it. You get a pulpwood spur. Now, don't get me wrong. There are 2 industries plus a house track in Dillsboro. You know, there's a house track and an industry in Silva, and then you have the big, you know, paper mill complex and tannery and all that. So, you know, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's a lot of money to be made there, but it takes so freaking long to run the line in between anything to do. And I'll be perfectly honest, I think that was part of what helped lead to me being burnt out on the Tuckasegee and Anahala, was the fact that I'm running all this distance with effectively nothing to do in the meantime. So we're not doing that. Again, I'd love to. I just don't feel like it's worth it to do that. So I'm not. Now, there's this weird texturing here that I don't seem to remember that being there before the building got added in. Oh, you're kidding me, right? I should have paid attention, I guess, shouldn't I? Well, there's the 2-car delivery. That's $138. Oh man, we might get back up to $5,000 by the end of the day. We might. If we don't, I wouldn't be surprised. But we'll see. I apologize for the constant yawning. It is almost 11 o'clock, which is not, it's not good. I did not realize it was that late. Because I have to get up and go to work tomorrow. Unfortunately. The Flagler system. That's cool. I haven't noticed that yet. I had not noticed that yet. I'm thinking that the used equipment menu, I want to say it resets twice a day at like midnight and 12 like noon. 12 midnight and 12 noon. I think. Then we'll be able to see if we're gonna get any cars. Now the downside, I think, to the repair system, I think, is that you still cannot excuse me, crap. Is that you still cannot only halfway repair something. I might be wrong, but I know, like, with the overhaul, obviously that doesn't work. Because if it did work, then you could just, do a half overhaul on something, Sort of do a little of the cheaty cheat, if you will. But that's okay. That's okay. It's all good. Now, when we do this, not only are we going to gain access to, like, the vanilla Bryson Industries and whatever this is Scrapalachia, that's right, that's the Scrapalachia pack. But we'll also gain access to this modded industry, and this is the Governor's Island grain elevator. That thing will produce a massive number of grain hoppers. And so, as a result, we really need to be thinking about getting bigger locomotives before we do that. And again, I'm hoping to have, like, say, a Connie, or the bigger mogul by then. Maybe, hopefully, possibly. Let's see. let's run 11 back, I guess, to right there, just so we can clear the caboose out, and then we'll get to switching out the sawmill. We'll get to switching out the sawmill, sort of, I guess, to end off the episode, I guess. Alright. We are back in East Whittier, and we're gonna get ready and switch out the sawmill real quick, and then just off camera, after I end the episode, I'm gonna go grab the logs, just because there's no reason to show that. There's not enough time spent in it. Alright, so I need to do C2 first. So let's jump down here. So C2. Can I ride? Oh my gosh. Can I ride in one of the gondolas, please? Oh, yes, I can. Oh, actually, let me in the Virginian one, because I can see out of it better. Oh, me. Yeah, so, as I was running back up here, I was admiring immensely just this model. And something else I like, that we're actually going to jump to the follow cam for this. Well, the sides of it are not in the sun, but like you can see right here where it's in the sun, it looks used. Like this right here is another thing making me go, well, I'm just not, I'm not using anything but the locomotives in this pack, because they just look so incredible. Again, these look real. They look used. They don't look like shiny, Christmas tree trains. They look like, alright, no matter how good, no matter how much we take care of our locomotives, they are still used. They're still gonna have a very used appearance. And I absolutely love it. I am so here for it. It makes me so happy. Sorry, anyway. But let's get this all switched around. Or, oh man, I'm still all the way back here. Okay. This little thing, has kind of impressed me. It runs pretty good at 20 miles an hour. Doesn't overstress its its running gear. If I can remember the correct words. It doesn't stress its running gear out too bad, or I don't really feel like it does. But I think it's pretty close in size. So here it is. It's got 19,000 tractive effort versus, well, it's technically got 18,700 to Little River 18,000. 110, the P18 is a little bit bigger. It's a little bit bigger, but it is also a Pacific. With that being said, excuse me, it was also still designed to haul freight. It was never, even being a Pacific, it was never really designed to haul passengers anyway. The whole point of the Little River Railroad was for logs, so. Alright, come on. Come on. Yeah, and I know I can run the locomotive at 15 miles an hour around in here and it not derail. But I'm sorry, that to me is comical. I mean, it looks absolutely ridiculous to see a locomotive whipping around in this area at 15 miles an hour. It doesn't matter how small it is. Still, it looks ridiculous. All right, that's far enough. That's far enough. Far enough. Oh wow. Okay, it stopped. That stopped really quick. All right, and then go right here. So that should be a little over $200, which still actually is not going to get us far enough. And that's going to give us 13 cars, and we had 11. We had 11 delivered today. Of course, with that being said, there's a very high possibility that nothing else except maybe a single Stenzel car will be going down line with everything else when we take those cars. So hopefully 11 will be able to handle it, unless we can acquire a number 12 by then, which would not hurt my feelings whatsoever. But again, we're going for... I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm not buying a Mikado, because I don't like Mikados. I'll probably end up with a Mikado eventually. The question will just be when. You know, like we could go Rainier Scenic Railroad. It's a fairly small Mikado. Or Consolidation. I might even would go with a little 06. Probably not. But the possibility always stands. Like for a road engine, no, obviously. But we're going to be basically at 5,000 for the day. Well, we'll be over 5,000. We'll be well over 5,000 when you factor in us getting paid for the logs we've hauled today in the morning. We won't make it today, but in the morning we will. But anyway, let's get these logs down the mountain and all that good stuff. All right, everyone. We've got the log train back down to the mill. We're backing number 11 sort of up to the shed for a very important reason. And I don't want to jump scare everybody next episode with a new locomotive. So we're going to go ahead and buy it now. I need to take out a couple of $1,000 in loans. And I know I said I wasn't going to buy any mics, any Mikados. This is the exception. Or, as I said earlier, I made a terrible joke earlier when I didn't realize I wasn't recording. This might be the exception. It's not as funny when I've already said it. But let's go ahead and purchase it. Unfortunately, sorry. Okay, I knew it was going to have a Clearview tender on it, but I wasn't expecting that. Oh my god. That's horrible. That looks like it's not, it doesn't look bad, right? It's just comical. All right. Customize. The only things that we can customize are this. I would swear some of these locomotives have that, but anyway, we want lined. For some reason, the cab roof doesn't have a color. And I'm not... Oh. Well, yeah. Subpar Southern. Lined. Black? No. Most definitely not. Okay, well, we'll go lined. And then I'll just figure out... what is the deck? 5D triple OB. 5D triple OB. Now that is to say, please tell me that the cab roof... Am I really just gonna have to... Am I really just gonna have to write this down? No, I don't want number plate. I want... $5D triple OB. Why can't you remember that? 5D triple OB. 5D triple OB. It'd help if I hit shift and not control. Yes, there we go. Alright, now it... Wait a minute. Why is that gold? I mean, gold. Why is that white? Is it white on... Oh, it's white on number 11. So we'll leave it that way. Excuse me. And then our stripe, we want to go... 7F5D 15. 15, not 145, thanks. And then lettering color, we want to go the same. Boom. And then number 5, number 12. Yeah, like that. Don't ask why I started at 11 and not 1. I'm just arbitrary, I guess. Excuse me. We're not running class lights. What does number 12 have as a whistle? Oh, it's a New York Central 5 chime. This what actually let's add a little lore to this. So we didn't like the 5 chime. So we had an old hooter laying around from some other railroad. Isn't there a Southern hooter somewhere in one of these mod packs that I've downloaded? Okay, maybe there wasn't. A Mockingbird single chime? Well, there's a Southern 6 chime. Unknown 5 chime. Let's go up to the Southern whistles. And let's just say that because we bought this from Southern, Southern sort of left some... What's a logging loco, though? What's the logging 3 chime sound like? Yeah, that's good enough. that's good enough. I kind of like that. All right, excuse me. And then let's should we put safety decals on it? Just no, we shouldn't. We're gonna put the reporting mark on it just to match. Okay, well, it's already applied anyway. Excuse me. And then stripe. Boom. And we now have a Mikado, which I said I was not going to buy one of, but obviously we have bought it. So, Let's get number 11 to pull number 12 up to the water tank. Now you'll notice, see how small these drivers are? Number 11 has bigger drivers than number 12. Not a big deal, but also number 12's tender is not going to be excuse me, great into the future. Okay, yeah, so that's McCloud River, which is somewhat similar. Number 12 here does have smaller drivers than the K35, but she'll do what we need her to. So, whoa, hello. I did not realize that I was in the cab of number 11 in first person. I just love these models. And again, there's a video coming sometime in the coming week that will be, a review of this mod. Please be patient for that, because I don't know when I'm going to record it. Oh, wait a minute. I have got to disengage 12's brakes. And then I'll just put a waypoint down like right here, because between videos I will go and do that. And so with number 11 pulling 12 to get watered and cold for the first time as the backdrop, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed the return to Railroader, and hopefully nothing happens with Railroader as a game that causes mods to break again that I'm using in this series. And I'm probably even going to try and come up with some way to have a backup save of Railroader just in case that happens. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, I hope to see you back here again. But even if I don't, I hope you have a wonderful day, and peace out.